And I remember when I was it like maybe 12? When I was 12 years old, my uncle went to his first strip club with his friend, and then when he came back at nighttime, he told me about it. He's a very open guy. So he was like, so I asked him, I was like, hey uncle, welcome home. What did you do? Where did you go? Did you have a good dinner? And he's like, yeah, I had a good dinner. Then I went to a club. And like when I was 12, I thought the only definition of club would be like, you know, like clubs in school, like chess club or something. I was like, oh, like, were you playing mahjong or something? I don't know. So the uncle was just like, okay, let me explain to you something, my child. I went to a strip club. And I was like, what's a strip club? To me, when I was a kid, strip was only one definition, which was like, you know, you take the strip of tape off or something like that. So, oh yeah, my dad got really mad at him for like telling me, by the way, but that's another story. So my uncle was like, a strip club is when a bunch of amazing dancers dance for you, and then they perform in front of you, and usually they have this pole that's I think he said that was like they have this pole, so like you like a pole that's like built into this area or something. Anyway, they have a pole, and then they like dance with the pole or like on the pole or something. Like they're just performing, you know, like circus performers, like when they're doing their circusy performances. I don't know. So he was like, so there's like these wonderful people who are amazing dancers and very flexible people who are dancing, and they're also not wearing a lot of clothes because when you're dancing it gets really hot. And I was like, oh, okay, so you went to a dance club? And he's like, no, it's a strip club. And I was like, okay. And he's like, because they slowly take off their clothes because it's really hot when they're dancing. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't understand it, but now I do, obviously. So I was like, okay, can you make them, like, can you ask them to dance, like, at the time, I think maybe at the time, like, well, I only know, like, a few dance moves. So I was like, uncle, could you request them to do, like, the Macarena, or, like, do the, I don't know, the hokey pokey, I said. I was like, can you ask them to do the hokey pokey? And then he was like, wee! He was like, yes, you can technically ask them to do certain dances, but you'd have to pay extra. And I was like, oh, is that how they make the money? And then he was like, yeah. So if you want to request them, or if you want a specific person to dance just for you solo, you have to pay extra. And I was like, how much? And he was like, a lot. so when you said twerk to Diamond City Lights, that's what it reminded me of. So yeah, you gotta learn from my uncle, Thunderslap. If you want the service, you gotta pay extra. There you go, buddy. Thank you so much. Mwah! My uncle, after that year, he didn't see me for like 7 years or something. And then the next time he saw me, he was like, oh my gosh, Enna, you're a lady now. And I'm like, I know what strip club means now. And I was like, you fucking nasty. How dare you? And he was like laughing his ass off. And my dad was also laughing because it was like a very funny memory.